Hello and welcome to Chad Mental Health, where I teach you how to be a Giga Chad about your mental health care. Now today, I would like to discuss a little bit about the importance of having a routine. Now, a routine is incredibly important when it comes to your mental health. A routine is anything that you can do during a day that can maybe take your mind off of something and make you feel accomplished. Maybe that's even just brushing your teeth. Maybe it's drawing a picture. Maybe it's singing. Something that's going to make you feel accomplished. Even a hobby will work just fine. If you do something every day, you're going to get used to that being part of your routine. And then you're not going to mind it when you do it because you're going to have that in your memory that you're going to keep doing it. And you have to make sure that it's something you actually want to do and something that you potentially like to do. So for me, as an example, on a regular daily basis, I either draw, or if I'm not feeling like drawing, I'll paint. If I'm not feeling like that, I'll dabble with my synth stuff that I'm trying to do. Or a video game. Something that involves social, though. In that aspect, I want to be social. I don't want to just regress back into my shell. The whole point of this is being healthy coping mechanisms, not toxic coping mechanisms that are going to lead you to even further problems in the future because it's unsustainable. Like trying to time travel by sleeping when you have a mental health problem is going to very easily, potentially, not everybody, but most people are going to have even worse depression problems when it comes to that. So you don't want that. That is what would be called an unhealthy coping mechanism. And what we're trying to do here is maintain a routine during your day that's going to keep you from having those toxic ones slide in there. Some self-harming type deals usually, if you have a mental illness, a lot of times it ends up being a self-harming activity and you may not even realize it at the time. But that is what is so important about having a routine so that you can fall back on that routine whenever you have a crisis with your brain. So that's why I highly advise a hobby. Like, I know not everybody enjoys doing something on a daily basis. I know it's not easy, especially when you're in the pits of depression. So that's why I'm highly recommending some kind of routine. Even if it's just waking up, having your coffee or your tea or your cereal, whatever, just do that every day at the same-ish time. So you'll have that routine, so whenever you are having a bad day, there's at least a reason to get up out of bed because you have that normal thing that makes you feel good that you keep doing. So I think that that's an incredibly important thing to think about. And I wanted this to be a little bit of food for thought because it is very important to have a routine as a human being, really, because we are animals of routine. We get even worse with that as we get older. If we don't have our routine, we go nuts. So you don't want to not have a routine. It is very important that you have one. Whether you do whatever you want to do, it's up to you. You're the one that knows yourself the best. I can't tell you to play a video game because some people don't even like them. And some people end up getting too addicted to them and that becomes a toxic as well. So it's all on you. I can help you out by giving you some pointers when it comes to this stuff, but really you are the one that knows yourself the best. You have to identify whether it's a game or some other hobby, even stamp collecting. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, just something that's going to be not stressful. Something that's going to be a near daily thing, something that you can inject in to when you're having a very bad time, and it'll help you to completely change your tunnel vision from that to focus in on something else. Because that's another thing about this, is that it's a very important thing to be able to distract yourself. Just like we do with children or an animal, it works for us too. Don't feel like it's like beneath you or something, because really distracting yourself is a very important tool when it comes to mental health, grief, anger, sadness, all of it. Distracting yourself from it is probably the best thing that you can possibly do to try to get out of a horrible mind state in general. So this advice really goes across all the board, regardless of whether you're mentally ill or not. So that's why I felt that this was an important one to put out right now. So I hope that this at least gave you something for today. I hope that you have a wonderful morning, a great afternoon, or an amazing evening. And I will talk to you next time.